This was the scene of an ICE operation in Northern Virginia over the weekend. Residents there expressing concern about enforcement teams coming to their doors. This comes as major operations are being carried out in cities from coast to coast. 956 people were arrested just yesterday, according to leaders at Immigration and Customs Enforcement. And more than 2,600 people have been arrested since the inauguration 1 week ago. For comparison, in September of 2024, the latest month for which data is available, ICE arrested roughly 282 migrants per day.
I don't want my children to share a neighborhood with people who are not properly vetted, and because I don't want it for my kids, I'm not going to force any other American citizens' kids to do that either.
No, and that was a very particular case. It wasn't clear if he was radicalized when he got here or while he was living here.
I don't really care, Margaret. I don't want that person in my country, and I think most Americans agree with me.
2 weeks ago, you were on Fox News, and you said if you protested peacefully on January 6th and had Merrick Garland's Department of Justice treat you like a gang member, you should be pardoned. If you committed violence on that day, obviously you shouldn't be pardoned. Did you counsel the president against these blanket pardons for 1,500 people?
Well, Margaret, I noticed,
including those who committed violence.
Russian war against Ukraine has no end in sight, and hundreds of refugees continue to pour into the U.S. each month.
Mills Hayes is in Minneapolis, where dozens of Ukrainians have resettled nearly 6,000 miles away from their homeland. And Mills, how many refugees have come since the war actually started?
Tia and Natalie, the Department of Homeland Security tells me that more than 300,000 Ukrainian refugees have come to the U.S. since the war began. Now, this means that these refugees are sending their kids to local public schools. They are renting apartments in the cities, and they are also working 12-hour shifts here in the communities. Ukrainians Oleg Minaev and Alina Zinnik just flew into America and are meeting their new roommates. They'll be sharing this home with a dozen other people they've never met.
Here's the kitchen for the first floor.
51-year-old Irina Hebernok never believed she'd be here in Minneapolis without her children a year after Russia invaded her home country of Ukraine.
My daughter, she's in Poland right now with her husband and baby, but my son and my mother still in Ukraine. That was such an amazing experience in my life with these people that I came to this country. Oh my God.
Natalia and Sofia, other Ukrainian refugees who live in this house with her, have become family.
American evening is the most loneliest time because it's night in Ukraine.
The Department of Homeland Security tells me more than 128,000 have been admitted through the Biden administration's Uniting for Ukraine program, which allows Americans to sponsor Ukrainians to prove they will be financially supported in the U.S. Another 167,000 refugees have come in through traditional refugee programs or by crossing the U.S.-Mexico border.